In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to rank values in a specific column. Ranking is just a method of finding out which position a certain number will be in, either in ascending order or in descending order. So in this case, I have my column average, which I need to rank the values in this column average. So we have 61 up to 61, 76, 79, and the rest up to 56. So the first thing that I need to do is to identify the formula that I need to use, which is the rank formula. So there are two methods we can use to use the rank formula, which is by typing the formula in this function box here, or using the functions already embedded in Microsoft Excel. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is to type the formula in the function bar. So you go to the column that the rank is going to appear in, and then click the cell for the first value that needs to, for the first rank that needs to appear in it. And then you go to the function box. You need to understand, right now we're going to be ranking H4. So we type the formula equals rank, that is the rank function. So I'm going to be ranking H4. So I open H4, which contains the value 61. So H4 is going to be ranked against itself and the rest of the other cells, that is H4, H5, H6 up to H9. So it's going to be comma $H $4, which is the first position or the first range that we're going to be using, that is the reference. And from H1 we're going to be ranking against H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, H7 up to H9. So instead of typing all these other cells, we just put a colon, that is to say a range, and then we type the last cell that is going to be in the range, which is H9. So it's $H $9. So I'm going to be ranking this column average in ascending order. So you can see now the rank is already 4, which is meaning it's in descending order, but I need to rank it in ascending order. So I put a comma and then a 1 to say I'm ranking in ascending order, and then the rank is now 3. If I want to rank it in descending order, I just put a 0, and you can see the rank will be 4. But this time I need to rank it in ascending order, so I'm going to be leaving it at 1 like this. So you can type the formula for the rest of the cells here, but logically, before we find the solutions for the other cells, logically we can analyze our column, and we'll get to realize that 44 would be number 1, 56 number 2, and 61 number 3 if we are ranking in ascending order. So our function is correct. So either you can type the rest of the function for the rest of the cells, or you can just copy by auto-referencing H4 against all these other cells, and you can see that all the other ranks have already appeared. H number 8 being ranked number 1, H number 9 being ranked number 2. Now, say you don't want to use this formula, or you don't know how to use it, or it's too tedious for you. The first thing another thing that you can do is to use the functions embedded. I'm going to be clearing the contents. So we do the same thing. We go to the first cell that the rank is going to appear in, and in our editing section we go to more functions. So if your formula has been recently used, it will appear at the top, but if it is not, you can actually search for it in this section. But my rank formula is here already available, so I'm going to just click select it and then click OK. So there is this pop-up that appears where we have to put our function arguments. So the first thing that we need to do is to identify the cell that needs to be ranked. In this case, I'm going to be ranking H4. So pardon me. So I'm going to be ranking H4 So the cell that appears in the number against the number section is H4, which is 61 as already identified. So the reference now is the argument that is the range in which H4 is going to be ranked against. So we do it the same way we did it before, which is $H $4, that is to say H4, then it's going to be ranked from H4 to H9. So it's $H $9 for H9, that is the range, and then we're going to be ranking it in ascending order. So you can see the result is in ascending order, but we need to rank it is in descending order, but we need to rank it in ascending order. So we put a 1. If we want to rank in descending order, we put a 0, but right now it's in ascending order, we put a 1, and then we click OK. As you can see, the same result that appeared during the first time we tried this is the same result that appeared. So the next thing that we get to do is to auto-reference this cell, or we can just type in the do the rest for this other cells by going to where we went. But for the sake of time, you can just auto-reference H4, and then the results will appear for the rest of the cells. And when you do that, you're done.